I've always been told how average I can be. Always been criticized about being average. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, before all of these people, not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better, and better isn't good enough if it can be best.
But I listened to what Jim Valvano said 21 years ago. The most poignant 7 words ever uttered in any speech anywhere. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Those great people didn't. I now have a responsibility to also not ever give up.
So stripping that all back to the start of your career, a man with a dream, training in the gym day in, day out. If somebody said to you, you'll have or you'll be as successful as you are now, what would you had said back then?
I believe you. That's what I would have said. Because I did believe.
Yeah,
I believed in it. I had very few people who told me that. I had a small group of people that would tell me something like that. Other than that, it was just me telling myself.
Yep.
So if someone came up to me and told me that all the way back then, I'd say you're damn right.
You know, that's all you have at the end of the day is your work and your integrity at all costs. I don't care if it's 4 scenes in a movie, and I don't care what it is, that you have to infuse it with as much excellence as you can. So when I, was able to work with Meryl Streep, it was a dream come true, and I knew that I had to step up my game. You know, you always get better when you work with people who are excellent. You almost never get better when you work with people who are not excellent.
You know, I think one of the things that that's important for all of us is just the work ethic. You know, to be able to put in, like you do, the incredible hours as an entrepreneur, as a visionary, to do whatever it takes, because I don't believe that there's necessarily a magic pill, but I think there's a process. And doing the work is very important. You know, I don't want people to believe that there's a silver bullet and all of a sudden you have a great memory or you have this great success or great relationship or health. And people always ask, what's the one thing I could do? And I always tell people that you have to do most of it, right? And be smart about it, but you have to put in the work. Because a lot of times people see on social media, they see all of the success, but what they don't see is the hustle, right? As Gary Vee talks about. And I think as they say, what you practice in private, they say you're rewarded for in public.
Wisdom will come to you in the unlikeliest of sources, a lot of times through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember this: while you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and on which to grow. I'm not worried that you'll be successful. I'm worried that you won't fail from time to time.
As a studio executive, one of the things I do is I develop scripts into movies. But there are some scripts that we develop for a very long time and it never looks like it's going to get made, and we call this period of time development hell. Some of you have been in development hell because you had an idea for your life. And you've been trying and you've been pushing to allow that idea to get into production, but you seem so far away from it that you don't know what you're going to do. And in this moment, in development hell, it is so tempting to give up on the very idea that brought you this far. You must realize that in development hell, when you are going through a time where you're about to give up on yourself, give up on your God, give up on your friends, give up on your dreams and your beliefs, this is the time when you have to go back to the original idea that motivated your life and hold on to it and don't give up. Because you know why? Because it is just like a scene of a movie. There are some good scenes, there are some bad scenes, but if you keep walking forward, guess what? The hero always wins.